net force. If net force is proportional to minus of x, then it will be SHM. Right. So we did energy in SHM and all the equations involving SHM. So time period, different questions we were trying. First we did was a block floating on the liquid surface, give a small displacement, start performing SHM. Similarly, if suppose we take a liquid, if we take a liquid in U-tube column, it will start performing SHM if we give a small displacement from any side by blowing air or something. Liquid of density rho, cross section area A, and the mass of liquid is A, M suppose. So this is the third situation. I think spring we did last class. We did a spring. We did block floating on the liquid surface. Third case or fourth case, whatever it is, I think fourth one. So one side, if we give a small displacement to the liquid, it goes down on the left arm and it goes up on the right side arm. So when it goes H below, it rises H above on the other side. As a result, the liquid levels will have a different, and due to which the level in the liquid or level of liquid will rise by 2h in one of the arm, due to which there is extra pressure, due to which there is extra force, and that force acts as restoring force. So restoring force, why? Because it is trying to bring it back. Restoring force. So this is initially in the equilibrium position, so we can consider this displacement to be x only. ये x नीचे, दूसरा x ऊपर. So total displacement from the initial position is 2x, and because of that pressure, Vedika, right? Restoring force as F is equal to rho g into h, that is the pressure, into area. It is opposite to h, so that h can be written in terms of x as 2x. Rho g into 2x times a. 2 rho g a into x, that's the force proportional to minus of x. So since this force is proportional to minus of x, it is performing SHM, force acceleration is omega square is a time. A is minus omega square x. Ananya, what is the date of NEET exam? Final?
12th September.
12th of
September.
September, right. And it is going to be offline only, so prepare from the offline mode as well. Like take the printout of the paper, sit with pen and paper at home, and then try to solve it.
So
That's why
they
many
changed the format of the NEET paper as well. So they're thinking so everyone like they feel that like NT is supposed to like release some new OMR sheet or something. I'm not really sure because there's a section A and a section B.
Yes, there will be new MR sheet, correct? Yes.
So will that be on the NTA side or like because we have to practice the new format now instead of the.
And we will also upload on our website, but that's online. I'm saying that when you do the practice of the test, that full
Yes,
syllabus
sir.
test will be on the new pattern only. We'll also update on the prep door, and yes, obviously you can enroll for. So that will provide, but those will be full syllabus. As of now, you're doing the practice. So for practice, I'm saying that you should try doing the offline. Offline means take the printout of the previous. This is I'm talking about the last few years paper.
Okay, sir.
Practice you can do anyways from any resource, but when you prepare for exam, you have to condition yourself so that in exam you don't panic. So like it should be exact same scenario. Like my teacher, I mean, he used to by the old board papers, question sheet, answer sheet. When I was preparing for the boards, I got 10th rank in my board, UP board. So I'm just sharing this. So it's exactly same notebook that last year board paper. So he bought it from somewhere, and he made us do all the paper in those worksheet only, in those answer sheets only. So
Oh,
how does it impact? Because when you go to the exam, it doesn't feel like exam.
hmm.
I think you are getting the point.
Yes, sir.
Another thing, when you do the self practice, try to, like in the Saturday or Sunday, try to give in the same time slot, which is your exam slot. If it is 10 to m, that should be the time
Two,
when you
yeah, like 2 to 5 for us.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'm saying there are two slots, so that's why it depends upon your slot. Or so
No, sir,
because
there's
what
only
happens,
one slot. What neat.
no, for NEET, yes, for J there are two slots,
Okay.
so 9:30 to 12:30 or whatever is your slot. So accordingly, you have to give yourself that particular biological clock tuning as well. I mean, this is very important and it helps. It is it is important that you tune your biological clock in that particular time, at least 15 days in advance. 15 days in advance means 15 days you have to do the practicing of the question for the real exam scenario, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is I'm talking about Saturday Sunday. Today chemistry class got cancelled. It will be on weekend, so accordingly you can manage your time. Next is similarly. So here we got the time period as 2 pi by omega. Omega is m upon 2 rho into Ga. When this is a straight wire, straight U-tube. So this is a liquid oscillating in U-tube. If it is suppose some other shape of the U-tube, maybe a tilted tube or something, we just tilted one side of tube by an angle alpha, another side by beta. These are the standard cases. Just a quick. So where it was in equilibrium, the liquid level will be same irrespective of the shape. We would give a small displacement x on one side. So here it goes x down. On the other end, it will go x up, considering it to be a uniform cross section area. So now the difference in the level on both the side will be this h, which will be x sine alpha plus x sine beta. So here it is alpha and here it is beta. So the vertical height that it has fallen on the left side is x sine beta, and the vertical height that it has risen on the other side is x sine alpha. So overall the length or all the difference in the level of the liquid on both the sides is x into sine alpha plus sine beta. That will exert pressure, and because of that pressure, it will have a restoring force pressure into area. It doesn't matter whether the shape tilted or anything, we have to just include the vertical perpendicular height. Correct? So इसमें क्या करेंगे? It will again be minus rho g into h. H becomes sine alpha plus sine beta into x into a. So take x common, rho g a sine alpha plus sine beta into x. That is the formula for force. फोर्स से हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं एक्सेलरेशन, एंड एक्सेलरेशन विल बी रो जी ए साइन अल्फा प्लस साइन बीटा. So another term that we use here is the length of the liquid column. The total length of the liquid column means this overall length from here till here. This length is, let's say, L. So mass of the liquid M will be equal to density, that is rho, into volume A into L. So it will become minus rho GA sine alpha plus sine beta divided by density into L. Rho A gone into X to X. A is equal to minus G sin alpha plus sin beta upon L into X. A is equal to minus G by L. बाकी सब cancel out हो गया into sin alpha plus sin beta times X. This overall quantity will be omega square. Omega square से omega, omega से time period. So I say in infinitely many possible cases, and this is like the question. This is not the cases, but the standard ones is oscillation of liquid column, oscillation of another standard cases, the particle oscillating in the tunnel across the earth. So if anything is dropped in the earth inside the tunnel, it will be performing SHM. It will be a number 5, 6, whatever. So there are two cases. One is the tunnel is across the diameter, another is tunnel is across a chord. In both the cases, it will have SHM only, and we need to prove it. So earth के अंदर SHM in tunnel across the earth. If it is dropped from outside the tunnel, what type of motion that will be, Harsh? If we drop a particle outside the earth at the mouth of the tunnel, what type of motion will it be? Harsh?
सर
If
वो
particle,
जी सर
हाँ बोलो, I'm listening. Yes.
सर जब पार्टिकल को डालेंगे तो फिर सर वो मतलब दूसरे साइड से बाहर आ जाएगा
वो तो
और ऑसिलेट करेगा.
oscillation, मैंने motion पूछा. What is the type of motion? That will be oscillatory motion.
Periodic
And oscillatory, but not SHM. क्योंकि उसके लिए force is not proportional to minus of x. But जब इस particle को हम center से x distance पे रखेंगे, there will be a gravitational acceleration. अर्थ के अंदर जो force लगता था gravity का mg dash y negative because it is opposite direction. It was g into 1 minus h by r. अर्थ के surface से h def नीचे जाने पे g into 1 minus h. So r minus h can be written as x divided by r, which is f. So acceleration will become minus of g by r into x, where acceleration is directly proportional to minus times x. A is equal to minus omega square x. A is equal to minus omega square x. Omega is root g by r. Time period is 2 pi under root r by g, which is a fixed time. 1.1 hour, 84.6 minutes. So there is a time taken for any particle oscillating anywhere, not just in the tunnel across the earth. Suppose if this tunnel is somewhere across a chord, then also it will have the same, right here. So if the particle is dropped, let's say from, so इसके लिए इस particle के लिए जो mean position, that will be this, the tunnel center. So if we drop at a distance x from the tunnel, now we have to propose that the force acting here is proportional to minus of x. Force कौन सा लग रहा होगा? Because of earth only. Earth will be attracting towards its center due to the gravity. If suppose the distance from here to center is r, and angle is theta. Force F is acting, gravity is acting toward the center, but we are interested in the force toward the center of the tunnel. रीस्टोरिंग फोर्स जो उसकी मीन पोजीशन की तरफ लग रहा है, रीस्टोरिंग फोर्स ऑन द पार्टिकल, it will be equal to mg dash cos theta opposite to the displacement, x ऊपर की तरफ, displacement नीचे की तरफ, g dash is g into x by r times cos theta, sorry g into small r डिस्टेंस है सेंटर से, अभी हमने पीछे पढ़ा था when at a distance of r, अर्थ के अंदर ग्रेविटी होती है g small r by capital R. But if we slightly rearrange these terms, so ये r into cos theta, small r is this hypotenuse, theta is the angle, so x will become the base of this triangle, r cos theta will become x, so minus mg into x by r. From this force we get acceleration as minus g by r into x. A is equal to minus omega square r, and that will give omega root g by r. Time period is 2 pi root r by g. Restoring force on the particle, since it is giving the same omega, so time period will also be same. It does not matter where is the, it does not matter where is the position of the tunnel across the earth. Across the earth, it is going to be same. If it is dropped inside, if it is dropped outside, then obviously it will be periodic motion, but it is not going to be an SHM. Slightly more complicated ones, ये तो simple वाले थे, in which we use the pulley and all. Find the time period of SHM of the following. Find the time period of SHM of the following. So now we do in question format. तो हर बार हमें करना क्या है, मीन पोजीशन कैलकुलेट करने की हमें जरूरत नहीं है मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम. व्हाई? बिकॉज मीन पोजीशन की जो भी इक्वेशन आती थी वो सेकंड स्टेप में हमेशा कैंसिल आउट हो जाती. सो वी विल बी अवॉइडिंग दैट स्टेप अननेसेसरी टू वेस्ट द टाइम. We just calculate what is the extra restoring force, what is the extra restoring force that has been applied on the particle on this block just because of x, the displacement of x, right? So वो हम थोड़ा समझेंगे कि कैसे हमें करना है. The block of the particle which is in motion, we have to give a displacement of x to that. हमने इसको एक x का displacement दिया, and now we have to calculate what is that restoring force that is acting on it. Similarly here, it is given a displacement of x, we have to calculate what is the force acting on it because of the system, whatever system it is. Right? Yeah. So पुली के केसेस में फॉर्मूला जो हम यूज करते थे रिलेशन निकालने के लिए, इफ पुली one end goes down by x1, another end goes down by x2, then pulley goes down by average of the two, x1 plus x2 by 2. Here it is fixed, it cannot move, it cannot have any elongation, and average of the two side has to be equal to x. This is called the average method for finding the relation between the displacement. So so like if it is x on one side 0, the other side it has to be 2x. Average of 0 and 2x will be equal to x. Average of 0 and 2x will be equal to x. That means spring has been elongated by 2x. स्प्रिंग अगर 2x से elongate होती है तो स्प्रिंग में फोर्स आएगा 2kx, k into 2x. Since this spring is bound to the string on the other side, they are in series, the other side also, it must have same force, otherwise it will break. But total upward force जो लग रहा है, because assuming this pulley to be massless, total upward force is 4kx. So this F has to be 4kx only. पहले सिचुएशन में हमने mg और जो पहले से टेंशन थे उन सबको भूल गए. We don't have to consider those, we just consider the extra force that has been into the system because of the elongation caused after the mean position. Assuming it is already in the mean position, assuming all the forces, जो भी है, gravity and all, they all balance out each other. Now we just need to add the extra restoring force. extra restoring means opposite to x, so that is f is equal to minus 4kx. Next step, second step onwards, you just have to calculate the value of acceleration and minus 4k by m, and that become omega square. So can you try for the second one? First part I have did. Try for the second one. What will be the value of omega and what will be the value of time period? Yes. Yes. What is the force acting on this? What is the displacement of a spring?
Ax by 2.
X by 2? X by
Yes,
2.
sir.
Right. So, Piyush understood by x by 2? Piyush?
Yes, sir.
This is fixed, so cannot have any displacement. Right side is x. The average of the two will be the displacement of pulley. So the spring is pulled back by x by 2. The spring will have a force of kx by 2, and that will be equal to 2 times t or 2 times f, assuming the tension is t. So 2t is equal to kx by 2, which is t is the tension in the string. The force acting on any one of the tension is kx by 4. So there will be the force acting on this block will be just the tension of the string, which is trying to restore its position. So f will be equal to minus times kx by 4. So this is the step that you need to do to find the overall relation between the force and the displacement given. Displacement given as minus x. Considering the situation of pulley and all, we calculated that force is minus kx by 4. फोर्स एक्सेलरेशन और एक्सेलरेशन से हम ओमेगा स्क्वायर कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे k by 4m into x, which is omega square, from omega square omega and omega to time period. Right?
Yes, sir.
आगे तो करना है नहीं, समझ गए होगे. ये ओमेगा स्क्वायर, सो पहले वाले में आ जाएगा ओमेगा इज रूट 4k by m, दूसरे वाले में ओमेगा आएगा रूट k by 4m. It is going to be exactly same.
Sir, root k by 2 root m ना? सर ओमेगा.
ये ओमेगा स्क्वायर हो गया ना, तो पहले वाले में ओमेगा आ गया रूट 4k by m, 2 pi by omega, so 2 pi root m by 4k. Second वाले में omega is root k by 4m, so time period is 2 pi by omega, that is 2 pi root k by 4m.
Yes, sir.
Vedika, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You got late.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Study till late. Hope so.
पहले ज्वाइन कर लिया था सर मैं.
हाँ, मतलब पहले मतलब not at 10:40, not till not 10:40.
Sorry,
Okay.
sir.
Fine, no problem. So yes, now let's do a little more complicated one. If suppose spring ऊपर भी है K1 और नीचे भी है K2 and there is a block of mass m. तो ये थोड़ा J टाइप हो गया, but कोई नहीं, थोड़ी भावनाएं समझेंगे. Okay, so we have to do both the type of analysis. Like there will be two elongation. ऊपर वाली स्प्रिंग नीचे की तरफ elongate हो रही है x1 और नीचे वाली स्प्रिंग ऊपर की तरफ elongate हो रही है x2, और इन दोनों का जो भी combined effect होगा, by that the m mass is going down x. So हमें इस mass पे जो force लग रहा है उसका x के साथ relation चाहिए. That will give the force constant and omega and acceleration. So let's try to work it out in a different way. वो इसमें because it's not a string, so obviously that method will not work, the average and all. You'll have to visualize it a little bit, common sense type. So suppose if this string is elongated by x, which means how much string will become slack. अगर ये अपनी पोजीशन से x1 नीचे आ गया, so left side में जो string थी x1 length की थी here, and on the other side as well, both the string will become slack. Are you getting this point? थोड़ा ये 3D visualize करना है आपको. जैसे ये पुली नीचे आएगी, this portion of string becomes slack and it will fall down. So as the upper spring goes x1 down, the block is going down 2 times x1. x1 left का और x1 right का. This part and the right part, both side of the string become loose, slack, and due to this, it will fall down by 2x1. This is understood or should I explain again? फिर से देखते हैं. ये string पहले यहाँ तक थी, like this. Now since the block is this pulley is going down by x1, तो ये नीचे आ गया. इसके साइड में लेफ्ट साइड में जो स्ट्रिंग थी और राइट साइड में जो स्ट्रिंग थी, these two part of the string which is having total length of 2x1 become slack, so it will fall down by 2x1. ये समझ आ रहा है?
सर एक बार फिर से बता दीजिए सर, थोड़ा नहीं हो रहा.
फिर से.
Yes, sir.
I'll come back to question. इसका मतलब पुली वाले में पहले थोड़ी समस्या है, उसको समझ लेते हैं. There are 2-3 cases of pulley, one side fixed, both side free, and so this is a pulley. And this is a case of movable pulley. अभी हम दूसरे स्प्रिंग को भूल जाते हैं. जो हमने पिछला वाला केस किया था by using the average method, उसी का दूसरा मेथड होता है, इसको बोलते हैं हम ऑब्जर्वेशन मेथड. ऑब्जर्वेशन मेथड क्या है कि if this pulley moves or spring moves by a distance of x1, let's say x1, तो ये स्प्रिंग पहले से elongate हो गई, राइट? ये क्लियर हर्ष?
यस सर.
पहले स्ट्रिंग कहाँ पे थी? ऊपर से पहले स्ट्रिंग जा रही थी ऐसे, like this. This was the initial position of this string, dotted one. When pulley goes down, ऊपर की जो string dotted वाली है, ये free हो गई. This is now released or slack. क्या होगा इसका? You understood ना? ये जो dotted portion है वो कौन सा वाला है? जो इधर है ये this is the initial position of string.
सर मतलब जितना नीचे आया उसका डबल, मतलब जो बचा हुआ
हाँ, क्योंकि
string
दोनों तरफ की लेंथ खाली हो गई ना, राइट साइड एंड लेफ्ट
यस
साइड.
सर वही.
पुली
तो
तो
वो
x पे
खाली
नीचे
वाला वो
आएगी,
उतना
but
डिस्टेंस होगा.
हाँ, लेफ्ट में जो स्ट्रिंग थी और राइट साइड में जो स्ट्रिंग थी वो तुरंत फॉलो के नीचे गिर जाएगी.
ओके.
दिस होल पोर्शन कहाँ जाएगा वो? ये ब्लॉक, दिस ब्लॉक
Block.
कम्स डाउन बाय 2x1.
2x1.
वेदिका अंडरस्टूड?
Yes, sir.
अब इसमें क्या है, इधर हमने एक और स्प्रिंग लगा रखी है. द क्वेश्चन दैट वी वर डूइंग इन दिस केस, एक तो ऊपर x1 है, अगर ये नीचे गया x1 से तो 2 times x1, और दूसरी साइड जो स्प्रिंग है वो सीधे स्ट्रिंग से ही अटैच है. So it goes up by x2, this goes up by x2. इसकी वजह से कितना मूव करेगा? बिकॉज तो कनेक्टेड ही है, जितना ऊपर ये जाएगा उतना नीचे गिरेगा. ये these two are connected ना. ऊपर के x1 नीचे आने से this has fallen by 2x1, और दूसरे साइड जो this second k2 string, it is elongated by x2, उतनी स्ट्रिंग के नीचे आ जाएगी. So total length that the block will fall down is equal to 2x1 plus x2, जिसको हमने x से डिनोट किया हुआ. Yes, Rushil, you understood this relation between x1, x2, and x?
Yes, sir.
Right. So now what should we do further? We have to find force acting here in
X1
terms
or
of
X2.
what is the force acting on this block, because it is attached with the spring K2. इसको हमने ऊपर stretch किया है, so नीचे की तरफ force आएगा K2x2. Here also K2x2, so K2x2. Force acting on this block M is K2x2, but it is opposite to x2, so we'll put with a minus sign. लेकिन हमें x2 के टर्म्स में नहीं चाहिए, हमें चाहिए x के टर्म्स में, so we need to solve this equation. और दूसरे की इक्वेशन आएगी यहाँ पे फोर्स की. पुली पे नेट फोर्स हमेशा 0 होना चाहिए. पुली पे ऊपर की साइड फोर्स लग रहा है k1x1 और नीचे की तरफ फोर्स लग रहा है 2k2x2, एक लेफ्ट साइड वाले स्प्रिंग से और दूसरी साइड वाले स्ट्रिंग से. We got this formula by using the force balance on pulley. Second relation is the constraint relation of displacement. इन दोनों को सॉल्व करके x2 को x के टर्म्स में हमें चेंज करना है. पहले तो कॉन्सेप्ट समझते हैं. पहले कॉन्सेप्ट बताइए. यू अंडरस्टूड व्हाट आर दी स्टेप्स टू सॉल्व. हमने ब्लॉक को जिसका टाइम पीरियड निकालना है उसको x का डिस्प्लेसमेंट दिया, and that causes x1 stretching in the first spring, x2 stretching in the second spring. दोनों को combine करके we got the relation between x1 and x2, and the easier method is finding the observation method. If you try using any other method, it will become complicated. When a spring as well as string both are involved, then it will be a little complicated. So x1 will be 2 times k2 by k1 x2, and substitute this back here. X is equal to 2 into x1, so that become 4 k2 by k1 x2 plus x2. I hope you are following. F is equal to minus k2 x2 कहाँ से आया था? क्योंकि ये केवल एक ही स्प्रिंग से अटैच है. उस स्प्रिंग में फोर्स था k2 x2. हमें x के रिस्पेक्ट में क्यों चाहिए? Because when it is stretched by x, displacement है x, force should be opposite to displacement and proportional to it. Put it here. F is equal to minus k2 x2. F is equal to minus of k2 x2 in terms of x1. So when you solve this, it is coming out to be k1 by k1 plus 4k2. From this, when you calculate x2 is k1 divided by k1 plus 4k2 times x. So k1 divided by k1 plus 4k2 times x. So we got the relation between force acting on the block, and we got the relation between force and displacement are proportional to minus, F is proportional to minus of x, divide by mass, that will be omega. इसके लिए थोड़ी आपको practice करनी पड़ेगी. I just gave one question so that you can understand. It is not very difficult, but yes, it required some mechanics understanding. पुल्ली पे नेट फोर्स 0 होता है, इसलिए k1 x1 is 2k2 x2. ब्लॉक को हमने नीचे डिस्प्लेसमेंट दिया था x, बट इस पे जो फोर्स लग रहा है वो k2 x2. k2 x2 में x2 is the displacement not of the block, it is only stretching in the second spring. So हमें x2 को x के साथ रिलेट करना है. That's why we use these two formula and solve x2 in terms of x. Replace that, find relation between force and minus of x. Right?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. ठीक है, तो ऐसे कॉम्प्लिकेटेड फिर होते ही जाएंगे. नाउ वी जस्ट मूव टू द नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट. स्प्रिंग में अनदर केस क्या होता है? इफ सपोज टू ब्लॉक्स आर अटैच्ड टुगेदर एंड इट इज oscillating so that is m1 m2 और बीच में सिर्फ एक स्प्रिंग लगी. इस कॉन्सेप्ट को बोलते हैं हम रिड्यूस्ड मास कॉन्सेप्ट. रिड्यूस्ड मास m1 m2 दोनों ब्लॉक्स को जब हम डिस्प्लेस करेंगे, लेट्स से वी गिव अ स्ट्रेचिंग ऑफ x in the spring, which means both side the block has stretch left side by x1 and right side by x2 और दोनों का समेशन आ गया x. स्प्रिंग में फोर्स कितना होगा? It is kx1 और kx2 और kx. What will be the force in the spring? It will be kx. इससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि दोनों एंड पे कौन सा किधर है. It is dependent upon the total displacement or total elongation in the spring, which is kx. So कोई भी एक पकड़ लेते हैं. Force on m1 F is equal to minus of kx. अब अगर हम m1 पे निकालें तो हमें x नहीं चाहिए, हमें फोर्स का रिलेशन चाहिए किसके साथ? डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ m1 के साथ. So we need to complete this with the x1 x2 and x रिलेशन. पहला रिलेशन तो हमने निकाल लिया x1 x2 में. दूसरा रिलेशन कैसे निकालेंगे? सिंस नेट फोर्स इज 0, जब नेट फोर्स 0 होता है तो सिस्टम का सेंटर ऑफ मास मूव नहीं करेगा. यानी अगर ये लेफ्ट में मूव कर रहा है m1 x1, तो राइट साइड में इट हैज टू मूव बाय m2 x2 so that the center of mass does not shift. Center of mass अपनी जगह पर ही रहे. So in the advanced level question, we also go in the center of mass frame. We break it into two different parts in two different springs. Correct? Right. m1 x1 is m2 x2 and so x1 को हम लिख लेंगे किसको? x2 को in terms of m1 as m1 by m2 times x1. So x1 plus m1 by m2 times x1 is equal to x. By solving x1 will come out m2 divided by m1 plus m2x. So x should be now replaced. X will become m1 plus m2 divided by m2 times x1. जब हम m1 पे फोर्स कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, then it should be written in terms of displacement of m1 only, which is x1. So m1 plus m2 divided by m2 into x1. Acceleration निकालोगे इसका पहले का अगर a1, so we'll divide by its mass, which is m1. So this is the formula for acceleration, relation between acceleration and displacement of block M1 only. It can be slightly rearranged as K upon M1 M2 upon M1 plus M2 times X1. So it will be omega square. It will be omega square. A1 will be equal to minus of omega square x1. अब ये जो नीचे वैल्यू लिखी थी उसको हम रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं reduced mass of a system. Reduced mass, the term we use that when there are two masses moving under the same internal force. Under the same internal force, T is equal to 2 pi by omega, so that become 2 pi root mu by K. Correct?
एक बार लास्ट पेज दिखाओ.
बिल्कुल बेटा. So just a binary star system, they both move under their mutual gravity. Likewise. Yes, done.
Yes, sir.
जैसे ना क्वेश्चन किस टाइप से आते हैं इसमें, जैसे there is a cart on a perfectly smooth surface of mass m, small m, capital M mass, find the time period of a system. कुछ नहीं करना है, बस 2 pi root mu by k. There will be small m capital M upon small m plus capital M. Okay, next is next type of question is in which we use simple pendulum. Simple pendulum is स्प्रिंग के मोस्टली केसेस हो गए, बस एक केस हमने लास्ट क्लास में शायद थोड़ा करना था हमें. We did that as a block when it is attached both side by spring. Question have been asked that it is one side is spring, another side is an elastic string. The other side it is elastic string of string constant or equivalent string constant. Equivalent string constant of k dash. String के लिए k dash और string के लिए k. Find the time period. So क्या इसमें difference होगा? Anyone can tell? What should be the difference if we replace that spring by another elastic string? What will be the change? If it would have a spring on the other side, then directly we can say 2 pi root m upon k1 plus k2. What change will happen here? What will be the change? Mr. Siddharth?
Yes, sir.
क्या फर्क पड़ेगा इसको अगर स्प्रिंग को स्ट्रिंग का अज्यूम कर लेते हैं तो, स्ट्रिंग से रिप्लेस कर लेते हैं तो, what will be the change?
सर अगर स्ट्रिंग से रिप्लेस कर देते हैं तो हम स्ट्रिंग की टेंशन चेंज हो सकती है, उसमें उसका स्प्रिंग कांस्टेंट चेंज नहीं होगा.
Or string can only have elongational force. String cannot have a compressional force. तो जब हम लेफ्ट साइड में कर रहे होंगे तब तो दोनों का फोर्स लगेगा. इसका फोर्स होगा k dash x और स्प्रिंग का फोर्स लगेगा kx. So for this half journey, when it goes on the left side, the equivalent spring constant will be k plus k dash. तो ये आधा मोशन मतलब मीन टू एक्सट्रीम, एक्सट्रीम बैक टू मीन. इसके लिए जो टाइम पीरियड होगा t/2, which will become pi root m divided by k plus k dash. ये तब है मीन से लेफ्ट साइड एक्सट्रीम और वापस एक्सट्रीम. जब ये राइट साइड में जाएगा तो स्ट्रिंग इज गेटिंग स्लैक, स्ट्रिंग स्लैक हो जाएगी कुछ. String does not have any force because the string cannot have compressional force. String को केवल जब खींचते हैं only then it will have force. So जब ये right side में जाएगा, there is only one force and that is because of the spring kx. There is no force in the string if string becomes slack. Elastic string will offer its resistive force or restoring force only when it is stretched outwards. Got the difference? Understood the difference, Vedika?
Yes.
स्ट्रिंग को केवल हम खींच सकते हैं, स्ट्रिंग को हम कंप्रेस नहीं कर सकते. स्ट्रिंग में अंदर की
sir.
तरफ फोर्स नहीं लगाएंगे तो वो स्लैक हो जाएगी. दिस डज नॉट ऑफर एनी रेजिस्टिव फोर्स, एनी फोर्स. इट डज नॉट हैव एनी इफेक्ट. So in the second side, it is going to the other extreme and coming back t2/2, which will be pi root m by k only. So total time period, लेफ्ट साइड वाले मोशन में हाफ यूज हो रहा है और राइट साइड वाले मोशन का हाफ यूज हो रहा है. t1/2 plus t2/2. These type of conceptual questions, when you see, you have to be a little careful. It's not just exactly the identical version of. Very nice. Okay, so next is the restoring torque. So angular SHM. In the case of angular SHM, हम क्या करते हैं? We just give a small angular displacement, calculate the torque. Restoring torque should be proportional to minus theta. Alpha is minus k by I into theta. Alpha becomes minus omega square theta. So for example, suppose if we consider a simple pendulum का case हम दोनों तरह से deal कर सकते हैं. We can write it in terms of linear SHM because pendulum तो oscillatory motion करता है, but when we say simple pendulum, I mean it should have a very 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 small displacement. If this string is given a very small displacement x, it can be calculated in terms of theta also. Mass of this block, mass of this particle which is hanging is m, length is l, and angular displacement is theta. So हम इसको थोड़ा displace करेंगे, there will be a force, tension, tension T, theta, mg नीचे, T cos theta mg को balance करेगा और T sin theta balance करेगा. Sorry, T sin theta will provide the force. So कितना आएगा force? Restoring force here is T sin theta. If we consider displacement to be x, इसके opposite है, इसलिए opposite direction में. The restoring force. So and the vertical direction T cos theta is equal to mg. Since theta is very very small, theta बहुत छोटा है, 0 के आसपास, less than 9 degree 10 degree. So जब एंगल बहुत छोटा होगा तो हम sin theta को theta लिख लेते हैं और cos theta की वैल्यू 1 के इक्वल आ जाती है. Cos theta is approximately equal to 1. So f is equal to minus T become mg since cos theta is 1 और sin theta को हम या तो theta लिख लें, theta is x by l, it become minus mg. Theta is arc length upon radius. From here you get acceleration. Expression is f upon m, which is minus g by l times x. A is equal to minus of omega square x. Omega is root g by l. Time period is 2 pi by omega, which is 2 pi root l by g. Time period is 2 pi root L by G. That is for a simple pendulum. So simple pendulum is taking this time to complete one oscillation. दूसरा इसको हम SHM एंगुलर सिस्टम के टर्म्स में भी कर सकते हैं by calculating the torque. Torque कौन अप्लाई करेगा? mg only. So if we calculate in terms of torque, because it is both linear as well as angular SHM, so equation can be written as either the linear displacement x or it can be written as the angular displacement from the mean position. L is the length of the pendulum, and length of the pendulum is the length of a string plus the radius, because the mg acts exactly at the center of this sphere. So the length of the pendulum should be the distance between point of suspension and center of gravity of this, or center of mass of this point of this bob. So there are some practical question on this. Suppose instead of a solid ball, we use a hollow which is filled with water and water is leaking from the bottom. So as water comes out, the center of mass will be shifting downwards, because jahan pe mass zyada hota hai, center of mass is that side. So it's shifting downwards, which means the length has increased. If length has increased, then time period increases. So as water leaks out, time period increases, and when it becomes empty again, it will come back to the same initial position. Right. So अगर हम किसी नॉन inertial frame में जाते हैं, in a non inertial frame, accelerating lift, car, any other non inertial frame, then we have to find the acceleration due to gravity by the resultant or effective gravity. Mean position में कितनी effective gravity लग रही है, and by that we calculate the G effective is effective acceleration due to gravity. Is effective acceleration due to gravity, right? ठीक है. So for example, lift अगर ऊपर जाती है तो G become G plus A, because मैथ की क्लास स्टार्ट हो गई. Okay. चलो ठीक है. Math circle is taking class early today, I think 11:30. No problem. You join the maths class. We will continue tomorrow. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Join now. This message by sir. So join maths class. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.